In this demo, we will look into payments, like payments for the suppliers as well as payments which you receive from the customer. So let us first add is purchase over here. Let us go to the purchase and add purchase. Okay, I am adding a few purchase over here. You can see like the net total amount which should be paid to the supplier is $35,700. Mm, So total purchase amount is $35,700. So while adding the purchase, I can add the payment. Like if I want to add the payment while adding the purchase, I can add the payment details over here. I can add the amount which I have paid. Like if suppose I have paid it partially, I can add the partial payment as well as over here. I can select the payment method, like what payment method did I use, like if it is cash, card or check. I can use let me select the cash over here and let me submit this one. So after I have submitted, since the total payment amount was higher than what I paid, it will show me the payment status as partial over here. So what I have to do is I can pay, like I have to pay more to this particular supplier. So let me just click on the payment status button, or I can also click on the actions and I can click on view payments. And in this view payments, you can see like for the supplier business reference number, this and this, it is showing me the payment status as partial. Like I paid it partially, so it is showing the payment status as partial. I can add a new payment over here. Like I can click on the add payment and it will show me the due amount. Like I can enter the date and time on which I paid this particular amount, payment method and payment account. I can attach some document, I can add some notes over here, and I can save this particular payment. So if I will save this payment, this particular invoice, like the purchase invoice from the supplier, will get settled. So it is saying me this particular invoice, the payment status is paid. And the second way is like I can go to the contacts, I can select the supplier over here, and in this supplier you can here you can see like the total purchase due amount for this supplier is this many dollars, and for all the suppliers the due amount is zero. So here I can click on the pay due amount. Like if I will click on these actions, it will show me the option to pay due amount. If I will click on this particular supplier, like it's not showing me the option to pay due amount because like the total due is zero. So I can click on this one, pay due amount, and here I can pay all the due amount for this particular supplier. So what this will do is like if suppose I have multiple invoices, like multiple purchase from this particular supplier, it will automatically settle all the different purchases. Or if I click on this pay due amount and I will enter some lesser amount than what the amount I have to pay, then it will automatically settle based on like based on the last, like the last invoice. So the most so the invoice which was added previously will get settled first. So the most recent invoice will get the list preference. So like this, I can pay the due amount from here. I can click on the actions and let me just view this particular supplier. And in this view, I can like view the ledger for this particular supplier. I can like download. I can see all the details of this ledger. I can download the ledger as the PDF, or I can also email this particular ledger to the supplier or anyone to whom I want to email. Here I can see all the different information for the supplier. You can change the supplier from here. So let me just go to the sales. Let me just go to the POS screen. Let me show the demo for adding payment for sales. Let me go to the list product ones. Let me go to the POS screen from here. In here I will click on this particular product. Okay, it's out of stock. Let me add some opening stock for this particular product. Let me go over here, add or edit opening stock. I will add some opening stock for this product. Then I will go to the POS screen. Okay, let me select this particular product from here. So after selecting the product, I have multiple options, like I can click on the cash if the customer has paid all the complete amount using cash. I can click on the cash if suppose the customer has paid half of the amount using cash and some partial amount using cards or like different payment method. Then I can click on this multiple pay, and here I can enter how much amount he paid using cash, and I can click on add payment row, and I can add a different method over here, card or something. And here you in the left hand side, in the right hand side, it will show the details like the total payment, total paying, change return which should be given to the customer, and the balance due. So let me just click on the cash for now. Let me click on the multiple pay, and let me make this amount at 0. So here I have this amount was 0. So if the paid amount is 0, so if the paid amount is 0, like the payment status will be due. So if I will go to the list POS, here you can see like the payment status is due. If I will click on this, I can add the payment from here. I can add the payment and I can submit it. Same thing, I can go to the contacts, I can select the customer, and from here I can like the pay the due amount for the customer. So if suppose like the customer has not paid, like if suppose the customer has paid 0 amount now, and he comes back and he wants to pay the amount, so what we can do is we can click on this recent invoice over here. I can click on the edit of this invoice, and in this edit I can enter, I can like click on this multiple pay and enter the amount. I can click on here and I can enter the amount here. So in this way, like you can settle like the payment from the POS screen itself. Like without going to the list of sales, you can directly settle the payment amount from the invoice screen. So that's all about the payment. Like using this payment, you can easily settle the payment for customers and suppliers. Thank you.